Hi, hello, welcome back to Doodle Crew! Hi, everyone. We're happy to be back. We're jumping in with another episode. So tonight, I'm once again joined by wonderful artists, so I'm super, super excited. We are going to be covering Time Skip, which I will talk a little bit more about. But first, I want to talk about the amazing people. So I'll turn it to Casey. Hello, Casey. Hi. How are you?
Hello. I'm here.
You're here. You made it.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to know about me?
I would love to know. You make amazing art. I want to know where you can find that amazing art across the internet and how people can follow you and see all your cool stuff.
I can be found many places. You probably should just go to my link tree, which is lanktr.ee/KCD Studios. That's the letters KCD and Studios. And you will find a plethora of offerings, like my webcomic that I make and draw called B-Side You. That's free to read, and you can find that there. And then I do a bunch of podcasts that are mostly either about talking about books or playing tabletop RPGs with cool people. So you can find all of those there. And then I kind of just like draw stuff on Twitch sometimes. And
Yeah.
That's kind of my whole thing.
Yeah. You can see both Casey and I sometimes the third Tuesday of the month, sometimes a random Tuesday of the month. But over on Art Corner on the CZ Drop channel, we are always super focused and very calm and coherent.
Austin constantly.
I'm just happy Austin keeps having us back.
Yeah.
But I'm convinced with our super secret project that we finished last night that's all just payback. It's all cosmic payback for us being merciless to him. That he's just like, oh, no, don't worry. I'll get you. I'll take all of this abuse. Yeah, so that's super fun. I love it. I love all the stuff that's happening over on that channel, and they sometimes let me guess, so I love it even more. Yeah, and hey, welcoming a new, I feel like this is the new face from last episode, but hi, Idaho. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Hi, buddy. I'm Idaho, the Wiffle Possum on Twitch and Instagram, and I do fun little doodles like this guy, my PNG tuber. And happy to be on. It's good to see him. And
yeah, and I know you're doing a bunch more. I've seen you pop up a bunch on Twitch. Is there a specific time that people can usually catch you, or just make sure they follow you and have the alarm set so they can know when you're going on?
I got a schedule going, but I tried to start it this week. I almost made it through. I Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 4 to 8.
Dang.
And so it's supposed to be now, but I fell asleep and because I was just wiped after work today. So it's exhausting.
Yeah, no, life.
So next week I should be doing that. And also we're doing this week, and I have a LARP that I am running at a pig rescue.
Yeah.
So I have been really working to get that going. It's in Pittsburgh, Trenton, PA. And it's called Pig LARP, and it's going to be fun.
Pig LARP. Yeah. So, funny enough, because we talked about it on the last Doodle Crew, the podcast that I'm on, one of them, in addition, we talked about it, and Tony was so taken by it that it was his Show the Love recently. So he shouted it out. But yeah, it's this weekend in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So if you're around and you like adorable pigs, or you like doing cool charity stuff, or you like LARP, it's all of those things. And yeah,
we got 12 tickets sold, which is pretty crazy for what we were doing.
Yeah,
and just me running it. So and we get to get a couple people to help actually at the last minute, which is going to put a lot off of my back.
Hooray!
But if it goes well, I'd like to do it again, like make it a yearly thing.
Heck yeah. No, that's awesome. Now, is there a way, if people are not local to Pittsburgh or unable to make that weekend, is there still a way that they can kind of contribute towards that sanctuary or anything like that?
Yeah. Excuse me. It's called Pittsburgh Squealers Rescue. And I'll put that in the chat.
Right? It's so good. Yeah, if it won't let you drop the link, I think I can also.
Just want to write the name out so you can read read it. And yeah, they my friend Blue started this nonprofit organization because excuse me.
Please don't
Eating
die.
an apple. No, I'm eating an apple here and talking at the same time.
Oh no.
Oh. My friend Blue started this nonprofit to rescue pigs that are either in bad homing situations where the owner said, we're told that this wasn't going to get bigger. This was a mini pig. It's not going to get bigger than it is. And of course, you have a 100-pound pig. That is a mini pig. Because the bigger ones are like 400 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some of them are like just really, really sad stories, like the truck jumpers that were headed to the slaughterhouse, and they were picked up off the highway and brought in and then rescued. And she has around 30 pigs right now, and it's a non-kill shelter. So she's really amazing. She's done a lot for these pigs, and we just want to have fun with them and get them to play a little bit of LARPing. So they're going to be the heroes, and everybody else that comes is going to be NPCs. That's kind of the deal here. It's kind of a parody of a LARP, as we say, because this was based on the goat LARP up in Connecticut. But that's all. That was my pitch for that. I really do like being a part of that organization, helping out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm still, even though I haven't lived in Pittsburgh in a while, I try and make it down at least once a year, if not, to see people. And it's still one of those, yeah, I still love it. It is the weirdest city, but I love it.
I'm trying to get out.
I don't blame you.
I've lived here for 40 years.
Yeah, no, that's a long time. I can claim 5 maybe at most. That's yeah. But yeah, no, that's rad. So most of you know me, but if not, I am Emily. I am Swan. I am a swan named Emily all across the internet. Yeah, pretty much any of the places we were talking about it earlier. I'm all over the social medias. It's the same across there. If you want to see more episodes of Doodle Crew, they are over on my YouTube. They are arranged by season. So they're all set there. There's also interviews with a bunch of the artists, which I'd like to bring back and do again now that we have some fun new artists. Very, very exciting. Yeah, I'm trying something new this year or this season. So the videos from Doodle Crew will live on my channel for a couple of weeks, and then they will go over and post on YouTube. But as always, if you follow at Doodle Crew Draw across the internet, you can see all of the art, or at least most of the art that we make from the episodes. I say that because sometimes I'm not good about following my own deadlines. I do this to myself. But yes, and just shameless promotion that I was talking about, I am on a podcast called In Addition. So if you want to hear some fun pig stories from a recent episode, you can follow us. We are on all of the podcatchers. I also am on a podcast that is a surprise called Surprise Attack Book Club. We show up in other podcast listings, not always our own, which is very, very fun. And then right now, going and coming up soon, I am guesting on a few lovely shows. So I got to play some D&D with Casey over on Dungeons and Dracon Beams for our very special, Hork-Bajir Chronicles. So if you are an Animorphs person, which I was not, so I was super nervous, but they are wonderful and took great care of me. We did a whole specialty thing in Hork-Bajir world. I am also possibly teasing something else, and just for no reason at all, you should also follow Late Starters, which is a Pokemon tabletop TTRPG, which is super, super fun. For no reason, just because I really love Pokemon. Yeah, and I also mentioned Art Corner, but yeah. Also, I saw Hebe. Hello, Hebe. I know. Holy guacamole. We're here. So, yeah. All right. Now that we're talking about it, we're going to actually jump into it. So, time skip. So, my whole prompt for this was just a character that has gone through a time skip. So, whenever you first saw them, they've now aged up. So, this could be an original character or this could be a series character. And it was kind of open-ended from there. So, if you have a character selected, are you willing to talk about it? And let us know what you're going to do. Or no. You can also tell me no. That's a cool thing about this. Like,
God, I have 2 ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2.
All right.
You go first.
So initially I was going to do my 2 main characters from my comic, Beside You. But now I'm kind of like, oh yeah, Animorphs is a thing. Like, and they're all like, like 13 or whatever when the series starts. Like, what if I drew them as adults or something? I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna be really selfish in this because I know how fast you draw. Can I just say both? Can I get both?
Yes, I can certainly try and make that happen.
Yeah, heck yeah, I love it. Idaho, what are you thinking?
Okay, I had designs to do one of my OCs, but when I opened up the folder, I saw another OC that I might want to try out drawing and aging up. Although no, I think I know what I want to do because I want to do a goblin. I always want to draw goblins. So I am going to be drawing my current main OC, Potluck, aged up. Potluck is a little necromancer goblin.
Fun. That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, do you have? I'm assuming you have art of them. So we can do a side by side at some point. It doesn't have to be right now, but
yes, I was just pulling them up.
Sweet. Again, like I would like to mention, I don't give the artists a lot of information before I throw this at them. So, yes, be mad at me for not giving them better prep.
How dare you?
I know. So fun. Oh, I love that skull. That's so cool.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm actually going to do an existing character. So this is from a show called Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. So it was a cartoon they made about a J-pop group. It was not specifically one I watched, but because of a homework assignment we had in college, we had to reach out and contact someone associated with the animation production of a show. And for some reason, somehow the human that I got assigned wasn't actually on the art and design team. They were on the voice acting team. And so they were a voice actor on this show. And so I had to do a whole bunch of research before I called this person, which was so stressful because the internet was not as robust as it is now. And I was cold calling somebody. But I'm so lucky because this person ended up being just an absolutely lovely human being. We had a wonderful conversation. We talked about Homestar Runner. We talked about a book series by Michael Shara, specifically the book The Killer Angels, which is historical fiction. So the conversation went all over the place, but it was one of those where I was like, oh, I haven't thought about this show in a while. And I'm on a very fun, like, K-pop kick right now. And I just love the insane posing and clothes that they do. So I'm like, I'm gonna take these two and kind of, I don't know, not age them up a ton, but definitely age them up in my drawing style so they look a little bit more like my style. So yeah.
How many of us did actually get in contact with their person? I think you were the only one in the class that actually could reach the.
Which was funny to me too, because I was like, well, I mean, he's not really an artist; he's a voice artist. But I feel like for the purpose of this assignment, it really didn't fulfill it. But
yeah, I went through a very long rabbit hole and ended up like, no, he's not even in this country.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
well, and one of my buddies I was talking to recently, shoot, and I'm forgetting the artist that he got, but it was somebody like famous manga artist, and like you don't just, it's one of those where I'm like, you don't just contact this person. Like, that's not how this works. So it was
no.
Yeah, it was a surreal experience, and oh my gosh. And also, like, it's so different from now. I was such a nervous 19-year-old. And I was like, to make these calls to like professionals in my industry, I'm just like, I think I had to do like 2 or 3, like, type my number into the phone and then like, oh, okay. And then walk around a little bit and then, try and hit call. And yeah, good times. Good time.
Yeah, I still compulsively pace when I have to make a phone call, even to people I am comfortable talking to. Yep.
Oh my gosh, though. Also, like, that's why I'm loving any sort of like Bluetooth headphone or anything, because I put those in and I will just like wander around cleaning the house while I talk to somebody. I'm like, I don't know where all this energy came from, but sure. Also, Fudging Winton subscribed for 39 months. Thank you.
That's so many months.
That's
a lot of months.
It's almost 40, which is 4 10s, and that's terrible.
Also, I feel like there's fun Animorphs things happening in chat, and I don't understand
Oh,
any of
no.
them. But
Yes.
this is going to change soon, and I'm very excited about this. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
One of us.
So good.
Yes, fun Animorphs. Things are sad.
Child murder. You know, the funnest thing.
Or crimes. Kids. Oh boy. I don't usually draw in Photoshop anymore. It's gonna be anything. Poses.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it. Anatomy. What is that? These children are distracting me. Get out of here. I don't have to narrate as I draw. It's a thing that happens sometimes. I can be quiet.
No, I'm all for it because I will sometimes get so wrapped up in my drawing that I will forget I'm streaming and I will forget to talk. And I feel like for the audience, that's not quite as much fun. So
it's your stream. You can do what you want.
It's true.
They're beholden to you.
For sure.
Oh, Hebe, I've missed you so much. Said, excuse me while I KA Apple.
That's very good.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
Also, if anyone in the chat or on this call is familiar with Animorphs and wants to join our Animorphs Discord, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
We want to.
If you wanna talk all fun Animorphs things, that wasn't what I wanted to do. But yeah, because it's well, let me try again. Casey, what would be the best way for people who are interested to reach out to join?
I can't do this part. Alex always does this part. You can hit us up on any of our socials, which we're on Facebook at Animorphs Anonymous. We also have super secret super subgroup, the Andalite Bandalites. This message. You can email us at anonymousanimorphs@gmail.com. So weird. I did have to do this last recording though, so I should know what's going on, and I've heard Alex do it 100 times at this point.
That's the funny part though, like even hearing it so many times whenever we would do our random outros for Surprise Attack Book Club and we try and do each other's, and I was like, I've heard you say this so many times and I'm totally blanking on all of these projects that we do.
It's like muscle memory. Like if you're not used to saying it, even though you know what you want to say, it's still difficult. How do walk legs? How legs?
Oh gosh, you're doing a walk towards the camera. You are stronger than all of us. I'm not doing that unless I absolutely have to.
You know what I'm trying this new thing where I block something out on like a low opacity, sort of like I'm gonna draw a blob basically, and then I've been trying that out recently.
No, I like it. I feel like it keeps the very like energetic gesture nature to it, which is a lot of fun.
Line of action.
Art terms. Yeah.
Art school. Oh my gosh.
No, it was very funny to me as we've gotten into chatting more and stuff like that, and sharing art school experiences. So one of the fun things about the first couple seasons of Doodle Crew and then doing the interviews is a lot of these artists that I know are all friends who went to the Art Institute at the same time I did, or local friends that I've made from Comic-Cons who also happened to go to the Art Institute, just not at the same time I was there. But it was very fun in talking to other people about other art schools. I was like, oh, no, this is a universal experience. And it broke all of our brains. So we're all in this together. And I kind of love that for us.
Oh, no. Oh. Is that a cat?
Hmm?
I thought I heard a cat.
Oh,
Maybe that's just
locked
what-
mine
There are
on-
children outside my window.
Ah, yes. Cats and children sometimes sound similar to me.
Human children.
Yes,
But cats can
mostly human items. They are precious. They are also like to look in my window and ask for toys. And I have to explain that these are my toys. I am an adult, but I still play with toys. These aren't for you.
I bought these toys with my adult money.
Mhm. And you too can get to a point where you'll have adult money and can buy your own toys.
Someday. It's one of the few perks of being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
There aren't many.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard out here. Let's look at reference. How about that?
Yeah, that's what I have to do.
I suppose.
I suppose. No. Stop at once. All right. It's like leg. And then it's like other leg. I still hate this. It's fine. Ugh.
Honestly, the statement of "I still hate this. It's fine" is
I still hate this. It's fine.
it's fine.
Ugh. Everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going so well. Okay, I'm gonna change up my reference pose a little bit because that foot is just not a foot that I want to draw.
Do it. Maybe they'll just be standing because listen, I have multiple drawings to do, so they're just gonna be standing and not walking. This is what I've decided.
I like it.
Oh god, it looks like ass. Okay. Let's fix your legs, sir.
Oh.
Oh.
Feline children. Fortune Winton, you are correct. Feline children and human children are basically the same. But only one of them I'm allowed to put in a cage, and that seems very unfair.
I feel like I put myself in a cage when I was a child because I would either like put myself in our dogs' cages or I would like take the laundry basket and
like make fort out of it, and yeah,
just hang out, pretend I was in prison.
yep.
Funny you say that. That is literally this character's childhood.
Oh no!
Perfect.
What goblin children go through there to put in a cage because goblin children are impossible to deal with, so they don't bother.
Oh, no.
And I do kind of feel that way about human children too, but I'm not a parent, so it's okay. Okay, Hebe, tell me these magical things that you know about what I also read it as SexyBot, which is not what you wrote. You wrote SiriBot. What is SiriBot? Also, just complete shout out. If you are not already following Hebe Buffet, make sure you follow their channel. They stream a whole bunch on a regular schedule and do super cool stuff. And spoilers for later in this season, we're gonna get them back on the channel. So,
Yay.
yeah.
Ugh. I always forget there's a chat going on. I just
Yeah.
hyperfixate on what I'm drawing. Listen. I know how to draw hands. Just, it's not my day.
Oh yeah, SiriBot is like an auto mod.
Ah,
So when I'm AI robots.
that blocks.
Well, it keeps the other AI robots out of your chat so you don't get bombed.
Oh, it's a good robot.
Grim Socks
Perfect.
coming in strong again says everyone to
Hey.
save their progress and
Okay.
hydrate. I have not saved my progress yet, so thank you.
Yes.
All right. Doodle croodle. Let's see. It's April 24. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna show everybody my cool cat butt sticker. Which is one of my very favorite stickers, and also my "Do not be a cashew" sticker.
Do not be a cashew sticker. Yes.
I still have not followed this advice. I'm trying my best every day.
I'm trying my best. Yeah. Nope. I alerted one of my friends to that recently because we were working in the studio together, and I was like, "You are so hunched over." Also, thank you. Hey, I was just talking about you. So thank you. Yeah. And shameless self-promotion. If you want to get those stickers, at least one of them, they are available on my Etsy shop.
Yeah.
Which, oh, and I forgot to do my. See, I got very spoiled because Mayor Squish, amazing mod, was always in chat doing all of this. We unfortunately have a 6-hour time difference, and she has a real job. So sometimes I do not get to steal her, but.
Oh.
Okay.
Steal your friends. Steal your friends.
I know. Real job. Gross. Let's see. Does this still do it? No. So if I can remember my own. Aha. Hey, look at that.
What the hell?
Oh, they're cute. Sorry, I'm sneaking a peek early. Oh, Hebe, I remember when you got that. Yeah, that was exciting. No, it's fun too because I feel like when we first started chatting and doing the show and everything, like things were starting to pick up for you, and then all of a sudden, like now you're everywhere and you're doing all the cool stuff, and I just love. I just watch through social media and just be like, "Oh, it's cool stuff," and get very excited.
Oh my god, what's happening? All right, we're gonna change the pose. We're gonna do the opposite. Art school. Art school.
Okay. All right. I'm going to save that. Nope, not like that. I'll say recommendations so I can work on that in the off time.
Flip. Now flip and reverse it. Distort it. Do you guys find that you can only draw well from one direction?
What? I definitely have a preferred, like for face sides, there's a side I prefer to draw from. So if I'm just kind of sketching, I'll go from that one. And I was like, oh, it's so much easier. And I was like, I should do it from the other one. I was like, but I could also just flip the canvas.
Yep.
I always draw my everything so asymmetrical.
I mean, there are some times where if I really want to hurt my feelings, I will flip something knowing that it's going to be wonky and then still be sad and surprised. And I was like, oh, it was more wonky than I thought it was going to be. Whoops.
I need to do a second PNG tuber with this fella so I can have his hair on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Really just flip this one.
So how long have you been PNG tubering? That's definitely the term. Idaho. Nailed it.
Well, I really have been streaming for about on my channel for a couple months. I started actually getting serious in January. But I was practicing for a year, last year on my other channel. It was but I'm learning how to make VTuber, which is a process, and you got a Blender, learning Blender as well for that.
Which is very cool. And one I definitely didn't touch when we were in college.
I don't know if it existed then.
Oh.
So
it just made me sad. Because I was looking at what was it? Something about just the number of years since graduation and stuff like that. I was like, oh, longer than I thought it was. And
yeah, because when I graduated, like ZBrush had only been around for about a year, and we didn't have any classes with it. We just kind of got to see Sunil play around in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the teachers were learning it alongside us with like Reddit forum threads to figure it out.
I don't know, there was a lot that the teachers didn't yet have a full grasp on because the technology was so new in 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was also so persnickety because I super did not want to do like 3D modeling specifically. And I didn't want to do rigging, and I didn't want to do textures, and I didn't want to do backgrounds. Like I wanted to do 2D animation and Flash and like that. I mean, ideally I wanted to do actual like hand-drawn stuff, but in lieu of that, like I wanted all these other like digital paint stuff, and I would have gone down that track so happily, but because of our school requirements, they're like, no, but you need another 3D class. And I'm like, but I'm so bad at it and I hate it. Please don't make me.
And yeah, as far as Flash, I came in to the school being told, promise you will learn Flash at some point. And not only did I graduate not knowing Flash, I went back for another year for web design because, we do have Flash in the web department because that's more of a Flash thing. And I went for an extra year. And finally, I was in a class where the teacher, and I asked about when we're going to learn Flash. It's supposed to be the Flash class. And she said, Flash is obsolete. It's going to go away in a few years. So I'm like, goodbye.
Okay.
And I immediately canceled my registration.
Yeah.
Why am I here? That.
I'm sad too, because like, yes, the program wasn't being supported after a certain point, but like there were other facets of it and other things it was building into that would have been very valuable.
Oh, there, yeah.
And yeah. Sigh.
I still use Flash for my job.
Yeah.
Like I learned how to animate on Flash, basically.
Yeah, and I learned how to use Adobe Animate way quicker than I would have at school on my own.
Yep. Nope. Hebe, you're exactly right. There's the influence of that style and everything. Like I was a huge Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends fan. And I feel like that specific style, like really, not just that show, but a lot of the other ones like spawned off of that. And it really changed the look of everything. Another awesome Doodle Crew artist, Jeff Munn, I know teaches animation and a lot of that stuff. And he's got a very specific style, but it's that like really clean vector edge, like sticker clip art, not clip art. That's not the wrong thing. Just in the cleanliness of it.
Yeah.
God, don't tell him I said clip art. I didn't mean it. And then, yeah. But yeah, like I know he's taught a lot in like Toon Boom and that type of stuff. And it's been an interesting like marrying of that former Flash stuff with the current technology.
I'm very excited to get back into learning Toon Boom in my current job at the DreamArc Studios, because that is the primary program we will be working in to work on Aurora.
That's awesome.
No, I've got children screaming. Doopy 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 doop. Save and drink.
Yeah, I'd say if you want to see some of Jeff's amazing art, Hebe mentions you can support both. You can get a Tumblr with amazing Jeff Munn piece of artwork of the lovely Hebe, which is very, very fun. Also, he is Pocket Science Studios, I believe is his Patreon. But yeah, I think we're able to snag him for an episode or two this season. So that's always fun.
When you said Tumblr, I thought you meant the website.
I'm pretty sure he has a Tumblr too.
Oh, there you go.
That's one of those, like, I know I still have one. I haven't posted anything on it in years and years and years, but I was like, it's not hurting anything.
Yeah, I left with everybody else when the whole female presenting nipples thing went on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and there was part of me that was like, okay, is it going to be the big like resurgence comeback after Twitter melts down? But I don't feel like it really, I don't feel like it got to be that. Because I was also, at the time, I was so frustrated with Instagram because I wasn't seeing any of the posts from the people that I follow. It was all like suggested content or ads. And I'm like, why do I bother following people if you're not going to show them to me?
Yeah. Well, and I think they had added a feature like at the top that says like show me all the things in chronological order, but I never got that. Like it didn't roll out to me for some reason. So I don't know whatever happened with that.
Yeah. You know, I'm not happy to hear that, Hebe, because I want your stuff to be seen. But I will tell you, I see so much more of your stuff on Facebook than I ever do on Instagram, which makes no sense to me. And I so very badly want to be off of Facebook, but it is still where I get the most engagement most of the time and where I have technically the most followers, which is just baffling. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got rid of my Facebook at one point and only brought it back just to get more social media stuff out, get my business going.
Did you find that it helped?
No. But, you know, I'm still learning the nuances of social media. I've spent a lot of time this year studying how to get myself out there and how to be an artist professionally, because, you know, college didn't teach me that.
Nope.
It's true.
And I am very comfortable and very happy to absolutely shit all over the administrative and student services side of our school because they were actual heart garbage. I really do respect a lot of the professors and the teachers that we had because they were very good. But it's all like, I think about it, and a lot of this has also been in interacting with my students who, you know, were now born from like 2012 to 2014, which is its own. But I was like, I cannot, and I don't want to be an old as much as I will often pick fun at it. But it was I can't fully explain to you the difference in what the internet and the social world online was like from when we graduated college, even like just 5 or 6 years difference. So from like 2007, 2008 into like 2012, like the amount of change that happened, even I feel like if we had been a little bit more prepared in school, it jumped and changed so fast. And
yeah, you're absolutely right. Nope. It did seem like when we were in school, even the teachers were like, should I teach this? Because it's going to be different next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was as I've fallen back on some of the techniques and stuff I learned from that, it was I'm grateful to them for teaching me, the problem solving and the fundamentals of some of the stuff. So even as the programs changed and I had to learn that, like I had learned how to learn a new program, which is such a good sentence there. I clearly didn't learn how to speak, but brain works sometimes, but that like adaptability. So, when I switched from Photoshop to Clip Studio and stuff like that, or when I tried to teach one of my students, they were working in Krita, like a lot of them have the similar components. So even though it's a brand new program and I don't know where everything is, there's still a similarity. So like that technical know-how, I'm still so grateful for, because it has made the adaptation to new stuff a bit easier.
Oops. How do pants work? How do pants work? Ugh.
Yeah. No, Hebe says everything I post. Everything I post everywhere is cross-posted elsewhere because algorithms are crazy. Yeah, the fact that the same post is posted at the same time will, like, all of a sudden I will see so much traffic on my Facebook, and Instagram will have like 2 likes until like 6 hours later or like 2 days later, and I'm like, okay.
Yep.
But why?
I just assume that, like, if you don't get hits within the first like hour, then no one's ever going to see it again. But that's not true necessarily.
But I feel like it was for so long, so I still have that mentality. So I get really bummed. Where I was like, okay, well, you know, three people saw it, so that's good. But yeah,
who even knows? It's so frustrating.
It is, and this is one of those where I am not happy about it, but it helps my brain a little bit. So artists and creators who are much, much bigger than I am and have way bigger followings will still talk about how they will see similar fluctuations in their stuff. And I was like, if you're someone who is actively making the platform, like, have people go to it and draw more time, and you're having trouble with it, like, it makes me feel a little bit better, because I was like, oh no, this sucks for everyone, not just for me and my friends.
But then it's also sad.
It is.
And hopeless.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, I'm depressed. But we're all depressed together. So that's nice.
Yep. Oh no. Everything is fine.
Yep.
We're all made of star stuff. Hey! Oh no. Don't tell me I drank more. Oh no! Wah wah.
Oh.
It's only a few lines. Let me just get rid of that. I never do that. What's wrong with me?
I'm so much more guilty of that in Procreate, of just like being so willy-nilly with my layers and just making an absolute nightmare for myself.
Oh no.
And I was like, what? Why? Why you do that?
I started learning Canva this week. So
Oh, what do you think?
I like it better than Illustrator, like for designing things.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh gosh, I need this. Well, I shouldn't say. I should say I like it better than Adobe Express, because I was I was designing stuff on social media there for a while because it was faster. But this is like infinitely faster.
It is so streamlined that and I'm not even going to get into the whole AI thing, because that's a whole nother debate, and I just don't have the energy for it tonight. But what I like about Canva is you absolutely still need the artistic eye to make really visually great things. But for those of us who do a lot of design stuff, and not every single, poster that I make for my one day of teaching at the library needs to be a masterpiece. So to have all of these elements available so that I can make this stuff quickly without having to reinvent the wheel every time is really nice. And it is a really valuable asset for that. And I'm grateful that that is something that is so available.
The topic of AI has just been really on discussion lately, and it's gotten interesting. Just the nuances, as I was completely against most AI not that long ago, and I have to say that it's really helped me socially to write text, because I always had somebody vet my texts whenever before I sent them out, because I can't really judge tone very well in text. Like personally, I'm very empathic, but I can't be empathic with a computer. So having somebody that will, not somebody, something that will say, okay, I want this to be more professional. How should I say it? That's invaluable. It's like the calculator. I can't do maths, without the calculator. I can't do, because that's what it should be, a tool.
Mhm. Yeah. Because, me with spell check, I can't spell to save my life. But, hey, if you can get close, it can mostly figure it out.
Humans weren't meant to know every word in the English language.
Mm-mm.
English is a nonsensical language at most times anyway.
It really is.
I before E, except after C, except in certain specific cases that aren't consistent at all. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I designed character sheets for this pig LARP, which is not necessary because they are character sheets for the pigs, obviously. But just to give it a little bit of authenticity, I wanted to do something fun and
Absolutely.
kind of make up rules for this LARP game that exists only theoretically.
Delightful. Pudge. I don't know what grown men wear, dude. We're just gonna.
I have a flower crown on right now, so.
Oh, that's fun.
Which my PNG tour will eventually have to have. It's kind of my aesthetic now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see me in it in the last Doodle Crew.
Yeah, which will go up. It is still, I think, available on this channel, and it will go up on my YouTube tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Alex, after reading your comment, I too read that in the "There's a place for us." You said there's a time and place for Canva, and I believe that.
This is just a sketch. It's fine. All right. It's not the best thing I've ever drawn, but it's fine. They look like they're done in completely different style. It's fine. All right. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, yeah. All right. Let me D plus A. Save. Drink.
So,
Crunch. Don't forget to stretch.
Ooh. Yep. I love it because I can hear the awful crunching that happens in my shoulders, which is always exciting.
Oh, cashew. Anti-cashew.
Anti-cashew. All right.
can I get a time check?
Absolutely. We are we're at about 50 minutes because we didn't start right away. So you've got 40 minutes.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. 40 minutes. Whew. I did it. I did math in my head. It's fine.
Oh, no.
I always think I know what I'm doing when I get started. And then as I draw the face first, I forget that I was supposed to decide how big the thing is. And
Oh, yeah. That's a mood.
resize again. Okay.
Yep, that's okay. When I did the very first sketch of them, I absolutely only left enough space on my canvas to get to their mid thigh, and I was like, "You were gonna draw a whole body, dummy."
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a mood.
Where is it? Where is it? Where's Rachel? Literally, where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel? There we go. Get these guys in.
Also, Alex says, to be fair, Casey, the best thing you've ever drawn was redacted. So it's not fair to compare it to that.
Oh, no. You can't say it's redacted because now I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
There's no way to know. Give me a hint.
Give me an H.
H.
Give me an I.
I.
Give me an N. Give me a
Three.
T.
What does that spell?
Help me, please.
Kathy, Jake, Marco, Rachel, Toblerone. Our powers combined, Captain Planet. Gonna take the Yerks down to 0.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do think it's fun though, after having only read one Animorphs, technically extended universe Animorphs book, but doing this most recent D&D thing, like I now have such strong feelings towards the Yerks, like hate them so much, and I haven't even read the main series, and I was like, oh, we're gonna go through just an emotional roller coaster, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. No idea. You're in for a real treat.
Just a fun time for everyone.
Good heckin' time. And it's fine. You're not gonna cry or get mad.
We're all gonna be safe and we're all gonna have a good time. What the Jesus Christ was that? I was so excited to find that actual clip because I'd only ever heard the audio over on TikTok, and I was like, oh, it's from like a streamer on a game. Like, this is amazing.
No, I think I know what you're talking about, and I've not seen the original.
Yeah, just like, what the Jesus Christ was that? Like, that fucking gets me every time.
Comes from my nose like this.
Alex says, I once spent a D&DB recap making Austin fall in love with a Yerk and then destroying him for fun. But yeah, Yerks are terrible. I love it. I love it so much.
That looks like a Marco, kind of. Does he look any older? Jury's out. He's like 16, 17 or something. This is like a late book era. Spoilers. Sure.
Okay. I know this is how the pose is, but I don't like it.
Fast track this shit.
What was your introduction into Animorphs?
Who?
You.
Me?
You to start.
I mean, it was Alex. Well, okay, hang on. When I was a kid, I would had that like free book program at school. So if you like do a good job in class or something, they sent you to like this room where they had a bunch of like chapter books on a bookshelf. Pick a free one. Pretty sure that's where I got Animorphs number 3. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was a Scholastic Book Fair. But I had book number 3, and then at some point I acquired a book like 42 or something. It was like really random bunch of books, and I just read those 2 over and over, and I never investigated the rest of the series until college. And then Alex was like, I love Animorphs, read these. And I read like 18 books.
Oh my gosh.
And then college happened. And then years and years later, Alex was like, I want to do a podcast. I just read Animorphs. Do a podcast with me. And I was like, all right. And I've been corrupted ever since.
Yay!
It's fun. I like it.
I remember watching the series when I was in high school, grade school.
Nice.
It was in the 90s. I knew that. I don't remember when it's
the Nickelodeon series.
The Nickelodeon series, yes.
Oh yes, the very accurate, true to the book series that everyone loves.
So that's my only experience with it. So
I'm sorry.
I feel like I watched Stargate and Stargate SG-1, so I kind of got the experience of the Yerk.
Yeah.
Too old.
Yeah. There's a Yerk in many sci-fi series.
Yeah. The
Sorry, Alex said, I'm sorry, Idaho. I'm so sorry. You might be entitled to compensation.
yeah. What is Dax again in Star Trek?
The
You said
Just
in
the
Star
adapt.
Trek or in Stargate?
Star Trek. I'm trying to remember the Yerks in Star Trek, but they're called the nice Yerks.
the Borg?
No.
Was it-
Like they're all named Dax, and
Yeah.
Oh, the symbiotes.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
yeah, because that was Deep Space.
I'm brain farting. Yeah.
Oh, I was a Deep Space Nine person too.
Yeah.
My dad, he had, because I didn't have my ears pierced at the time, he made me, or got made for me, a custom Bajoran earring. Which is
Oh,
very-
that's cool.
yeah. Little did I know what was coming in my future.
Oh no.
I don't know if I like that arm. Overlapping bodies. Why do I do this to myself?
The Trill.
Ah, good. Nice.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Rachel looks too happy. She's not happy. She's falling apart.
Same, girl. Same.
Rachel's such a mood.
Okay. So what if instead? What if I
Put some bags under the eyes. That's how you know the character's tired and over it.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm absolutely gonna play the younger artist game, and I'm gonna hide the hand behind the body. And I
Hell yeah.
don't care.
It's your show. You do what you want.
That's how AI is tricked to do. To hide the hand behind the body.
It does. It is a small thing that, you know, brings me a little bit of joy and cracks me up that AI is also like, hands are hard. Like, I know. I agree. I have thought so for years.
I hate this mouth.
Yeah, but I am entitled to compensation for a lot of things from my childhood.
We were talking about Watership Down in our Discord the other
Oh
day.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember the animated rabbit movie where there was so much blood?
And the live action was not as bloody as the cartoon.
There was a live action?
Yes, a couple years ago.
Huh.
I was gonna say, I thought it came out fairly recently, which I was like, wait, are we still doing this? Why are we still doing this?
Exactly.
Have a whole new generation of children to traumatize.
Get me Don Bluth.
Oh my god.
You're not wrong.
The architect of so much of my childhood, like, damage.
Oh. Yeah. Even his silliest movies were slightly horrifying, like Rockadoodle.
Oh my gosh. Uncle Dookie was
Uncle Dookie.
Well, I've said for years the alligator in the sewer, like
Oh,
weird dream sequence, and all dogs go to heaven, and I was just like, that scared me on top of all the other terrifying things in that movie.
Oh, the hell scene?
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
it's
I
basically
was just
like
talking about.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying. I was just talking to someone about Rockadoodle from the eclipse. Like when the eclipse was happening, everybody point and laugh at Chanticleer.
Oh, yeah. And he failed and he was disgraced. Oh, man. What a weird movie.
Yeah, I had no idea that Disney originally was making a Chanticleer movie back, like one of their first movies back in the Snow White days that never came to fruition.
Really?
It was just called Chanticleer. There's still like concept art of it that
Huh.
came out of the vaults, but it's interesting that Rockadoodle happen and nobody thought to talk about that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Well, as someone who I was never a huge fan of Don Bluth's specific style growing up, like, and I kind of was always like, I don't know. I had a very weird contentious relationship with his stuff, but learning about like his history and his trajectory through like working at Disney and then starting his own studio and all of this stuff, like just constantly having the most unfortunate like timing lineups where they were set to release something from the studio and it just happened to be also going up against something crazy at Disney and just getting completely overshadowed, and all of these, like, it sounded from, you know, the articles I've read and the YouTube documentary stuff I've watched about it, like he worked really hard to make sure that all of his artists were really well compensated and paid well and had good hours. And like, it seemed like he had a genuine group of people who really like liked each other and worked well together and looked out for each other. And it was just like kept running into bankruptcy and trying to like find projects for people, like, and it was kind of heartbreaking. And it made me give a second look to like, I can't imagine what that would be like going up against, you know, the mammoth that is Disney at any point, even when they were struggling. Like, yeah, just crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I hate this face. I hate what I've done here.
I hate this. Let's do the exact same facial expressions, even though it's a different character. Come on, Casey. One note, bitch. Sorry. Are we lip sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, the stream is set at 18 plus, and I think I usually put a disclaimer on the things. It's like we are adults. We use adult language.
Okay.
But also, like, again, after spending time in the schools, I was like, I am not saying anything that these children have not heard. And honestly, they're more creative than I am. They say way worse things. So I think we're okay.
It's like how baby snakes are more venomous than adults.
Oh.
Because they don't know how to control their venom.
Like baby vampires.
Like baby Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, you're right.
Oh no.
I wasn't
I saw
prepared.
the previews for speaking of baby vampires, for the girl from Interview with the Vampire.
Ooh.
From Interview with a Vampire. What's
That
this?
show is pretty
Again, I'm blanking on names today.
Yeah, it starts with
Kirsten
a
Dunst?
C.
Yeah, it was Kirsten Dunst.
She was talking about that original movie, or
Oh, the original. I thought you meant the show.
which
No,
I
there
didn't
is-
realize until recently
a-
that there was a show. I'm so
Claudia. Claudia. Okay, I was right. I was like, Claudia doesn't sound right. Yeah, Claudia is it a show? Because I just saw like there was an ad for it, and it was like, oh, geez, that's Abigail. Abigail? That's Abigail? Okay. Really reminiscent of Claudia.
Tony, I'm gonna say you're gonna know better than definitely me, because you actually pay attention to pop culture and watch things.
Because it was a little teeny bopper vampire that was just going to town eating a full ass adult.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You look good
It's
for
good.
her.
I want to make sure I said eating. So I almost said just go to town on a full ass adult. No, that's not what was happening.
Yeah. Oh, that phrasing. But second human names. Wasn't
Okay,
there?
this movie. Okay.
There was recently, or fairly recently, though, there was a TV show that was like the Interview with a Vampire, or I guess I almost said Ayn Rand. That's not it. Anne Rice.
And
My terrible garbage brain. I love it where it's just like, okay, like look for the thing, and it just like my little minions that live inside my head just holds up and like, here we got it. And I was like, you were so close, but that's not it.
Okay. However, on
at
Animal
least I try. My
We got,
God was just like, what?
Did
You
you
get
say
it.
something? Okay, on Animorphs Anonymous.
we got Ralph Bakshi and Rankin Bass mixed up, and we had like a whole conversation about it. Well,
Oh,
we
that's-
said we. I got them. Well, no, I knew what Rankin Bass was, but I couldn't remember Ralph Bakshi's name. But Tim was like, Rankin Bass did Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, no. So it's okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Cassie gets light in her eyes because she's still not totally broken by the war yet. It's fine. It's fine.
Tony says you're thinking of Lestat Shrugged, and that's a phenomenal joke.
Shrug.
Thank you so much for that. That's so good.
Yeah, the new show is very good. I haven't seen the original movie, but
I also have not seen the original movie.
Tom Cruise.
It had to be a TikToker was talking about it recently, where it was going back, and I think it was being critical of like Brad Pitt's acting, and they were saying something along the lines of where you didn't really notice it in other stuff until you notice him acting alongside Tom Cruise. And as much as I have weird feelings about Tom Cruise, apparently he is just like, the difference in their skill level is so evident. And I was like, huh, that's a take I hadn't heard. So I don't know. Again, I say this as someone who doesn't know if this is true or not, but it made me kind of curious from that perspective, because I'm like, okay, that's an interesting, like, now I kind of want to see. But, I was like, I feel like I really only know him from like Mission Impossible type stuff and action-y and, you know, being a crazy Scientologist. So
And shaking Oprah
shaking Oprah
on a couch. I feel like I can't judge acting skills unless it's like a really decent actor and a really, really bad actor. Like that Black Beauty movie that we watched.
which was just full of amazing actors.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Luke Perry was like, "Oh my god, why am I here?"
I really liked your theory though, that it was like it was like his best friend from elementary school, or like his brother or somebody was just like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing. Like, will you help me?" And he's like, "Okay." And then it's like, "Oh,
Yeah. Oh no, it's that kind of movie.
I've made a horrible mistake.
I made a horrible mistake." Just got to grade everything on the Paulo Constanza. Curve. Costanza. There we go.
Oh,
Curve.
I love that man.
I'm so delighted that he was so nice in real life.
Oh, he's amazing.
I'm so happy.
What is your chin, sir?
That's the question.
The common question. I'm gonna give Jake a little bit of facial hair. Why not? A little bit of stubble because he's tired.
So bad. Oh, I want to give this picture to my assistants so they can clean up my line work.
Ooh. Just take a peek at y'all's.
Yeah. Well, now that I spent time doing an initial rough sketch and then a cleanup and then being mad about that, now I'm going to do another sketch and maybe I'll like that one. Ones where I'm like, no, I don't work that messy. And then I start doing, I was like, oh my God, I work so messy. What's wrong with you?
What is your hair? No. Can have some longer hair too. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gosh. These faces are coming out much better than my other drawing.
Yay.
Hooray.
To be fair, I thought the other one was lovely too, but I
We felt
totally
that.
understand the feeling.
Get some hair. Okay. Toblerone. Gin. Okay. One more kid. One more kid.
I feel like I can hear birds now.
Yeah. Might be from me. We got froggies going.
Mhm. Also loved last night when we were recording between the two different people recording that had fans that sounded nothing like fans. One sounded like a cymbal roll, and another one sounded like humans talking, which was super creepy. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't like what's happening.
Oh, yeah. That was, yeah. And everybody mocked me for often hearing people talking when fans are going. It's true. I can't help it.
Well, sometimes when my furnace kicks on, it makes this very loud, like whining, high pitched sound. And if you like, I'm used to it now, but when I wasn't expecting it, I would just be like, what is happening? What's going on?
Okay, this is bad and I don't like it. Goodbye. Can I draw anything other than 3/4 angle? No. No, I
Why
can't.
would you want to?
How dare you accuse me? Ugh.
Yeah, Alex, I also intend to have Tony as my phone a friend for any trivia based like pop culture stuff because the amount that he knows compared to what I know is sizable.
Oh no. No one should read Twilight.
Anybody watching any anime?
I did just finish. I'm going to say this kind of qualifies. I did just finish a rewatch of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original cartoon, which has been
Yeah.
very fun. I have heard only positive things about Delicious Dungeon. Is that what it's called?
Yes, I was just gonna say that. I just finished it.
Oh
amazing.
yeah, I need to.
One
I need to
season,
make
but-
time to watch that.
It's just one season. You don't have to make too much time.
And I'm bad at making time. Period. So, but no, I have heard that that's just a hoot and a ton of fun. And
Yeah.
We've gotten most of the way through it. There's like one episode right now that's very exposition heavy, and we were both kind of just like, ugh. So kind of stalled a little bit, but might finish it. It is very charming. Very D&D friendly.
yay. I say also not anime, but I finally did a full watch through of the 2 seasons of Vox Machina, which was very, very fun. I just love that animation so much.
Yeah. I would like an animated series of Dimension 20.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
And I would like to work on it.
And
Hire me. All right. Those are some kids.
so you know, I am available.
I am
Yes.
ready and willing.
I fully am on board for any new series that is coming out that will actually pay me.
Yep. Big fan of that.
appreciate having a job, but you know, an internship is not going to put to help me pay rent.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Mark. Oop, fuck. Don't like it when it doesn't look like it was done in the same style. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. No, no, no. Eesh. Eesh.
No, no, no. I'm Jane.
No, 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 no. Oh, Jane. Oh,
Well,
again with the Disney movie quote. Oh,
Mm,
love it. All right, let's make some decisions and maybe not have quite so many tangents. How do we feel about that? Huh? I don't know. They're pretty fun.
the struggle.
I swear, there's sometimes where I'm just like, I pay attention to this stuff. Like I actively think about it, and I'll look back and I'm like, what were you doing? What are you even trying?
It's just hard.
It is hard.
Oh no. Okay, that's slightly better. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Whoop.
I was going to say a while back, but I was like, it's been a very long time. I was watching the Netflix Castlevania. Just speaking of really beautiful anime, that was gorgeous. I was enjoying it, and this is the sad thing. I fall off from keeping up with series, not because I'm not enjoying them, it's just because I'm very bad at doing stuff.
Same. I saw the first season, I think, and I have not seen what was happening since. Plus, I didn't know the characters after Dracula was the main plot at the beginning. I was like, oh yeah, I know that one.
I have heard of you. Yeah, I was not a Castlevania game person, so any of the lore that comes out of that, I was very ignorant to.
Extent of my knowledge of Castlevania lore is Simon Belmont on Captain and the Game Master.
What's Captain and the Game Master?
Oh my gosh. I am old.
No, I am stupid. Let us not forget that. I'll also say, and this is something so Tony from chat has picked on me about. So not only he's a little bit older than me, so he was hitting certain stuff before I was. I also was incredibly pop culture sheltered for a good like 10 years of my life. Mm-hmm. So even though like there's stuff from the 80s I should have been consuming, but I didn't start seeing that until like the late 90s. So there's these huge gaps of like, well, you were around for that. I was like, oh, I absolutely was. I was not a part of it though. So yeah, I missed a whole bunch and then just kind of popped into existence in 2000. So
was an 80s cartoon about some kid from teen who was sucked into his video game console, which Nintendo was the only one at the time, the NES. And he is the chosen one. He has the power glove and the light gun and rides on a Game Boy and hangs out with a generic princess. We never really figured out who that was, but Mega Man is there. Pit is there. Or Kid Icarus. Yeah, Pit. Yeah, it seems Pit. And Mother Brain is the main enemy in there. Mother Brain with Eggplant Wizard and King Hippo.
Is Mother Brain, was that a Metroid thing or is that another?
Metroid, yeah.
Ah!
Metroid, yeah.
Once in a while. I'm telling you, once in a while the minions get it right.
I don't know if I ever saw Samus on the series. I mean, it was a long time ago, but she was referenced. I remember her saying her name.
Gotcha. Well, that's fun. Oh, also, Tony says 1989.
Yeah,
so yeah, that would have been one, unless, because I was 3 at that point, unless my parents were watching it, or specifically my dad. I wouldn't have seen it. But yeah, we didn't have cable for a very long time when I was growing up. So I missed a lot of stuff because of that as well. Why are these legs so different in length? What are you doing, Emily? Why?
I think that was
Where's the link?
Fox, like the basic TV without cable.
Oh, okay.
You could watch that Saturday morning cartoons. You could watch even if you didn't have the cable, because I didn't have cable either in the 80s. I just watched PBS all day.
Yeah. That was the thing. I could tell you, I could tell you how to get to Sesame Street. I could tell you a whole bunch about Zoobly Zoo.
Oh man,
Who's that?
Zoobly Zoo?
that was
I wouldn't say, now looking back on it, that is like the OG Crazy Cats 2019. So it was human people all dressed as animals. And I did not realize this as a child, even though it's in the fucking name. They're all animals at a zoo. That's why it's called Zoobly Zoo. It's not a smart
Ben
child.
Vereen is like the main guy there. So
Yeah, he's like the narrator, but they're all just like, they would sing and dance and interact with each other very much in that like children's programming with adult children's entertainers.
How do you spell it?
It's ZOO bully. Yeah.
I found it. Horrifying.
Yeah. I loved that show.
Oh.
So and I'll warn you, the theme song is super catchy. So
yeah, it's still in my head. Forget about it. I mean, I didn't even understand it as a child, and I know the words.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is cats-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was like, those weird, like they're pre like furry fur suits. They're just kind of like the like mask, like not even mascots because they were more form fitting. But the one that like she was a kangaroo and she was the artist, but she was also or she was the dancer. So she would do a lot of dance stuff. So they were talented performers. But yeah, looking back at it now, I was like, well, this is something. So yeah, that's what I was doing.
Well, shoot. The more you know. Jake. Tumble around.
Change into little champion.
Getting hand cramp.
Oh, no.
Well, I will say we are, if you want to do, which I'm good for, like 10 to 12 minute mark, and then we can do outros. We can do show and tell and do outros and call it a night.
Call it a night. Yeah, these came out really nice. I like it.
Yay!
I'm gonna fix Marco actually.
Can you ever truly fix Marco?
Oh no, he's very badly damaged.
See, look at that. I made a joke I kind of understood. It's
gonna shrink his little face a little bit. Get some more real estate. No, the chin. Listen, some people think the transform tools are cheating. And maybe they're right, but I still use them.
I look at the, like, back before we had the technology of today, you would still have people like taking something, going to the photocopier, resizing it, and then putting them in. Like,
yeah.
No, this is always a thing. It's okay.
It's just expedient, I don't have all day. Especially when I have a 1,010-page comic to draw.
Lovely.
Do you have 1,000 pages of it?
I have like 400 pages, but I'm only in Act 1. Actually, I just started Act 2, so.
That's incredible.
It's foolish, but
I think by foolish you mean awesome, but yes.
most like one and done graphic novels are like maximum 300 pages. Like I didn't need to stretch it out as long as. It's fine. It's fine. I'm in it. It's fine. Here's better.
How did B-Side You begin? I don't actually know the backstory of that.
It was, oh my gosh, I think it was like just after Trump got elected. It was like a couple months of just like dread, existential dread. And I was like, I'm just gonna write something just, you know, for fun, just because I was like bored one day. And then I accidentally wrote like 10 pages of like a script, and I was like, oh, okay, that was fun. I like this. What can I do with this? And then it just freaking spitballed from there. And yeah, I just wrote this like long romance comic, and I went through a bunch of different iterations. And my friend who writes books, I had him look at it, and he gave me a lot of great advice. And then I became like deeply unhealthfully obsessed with it, and I was like, I'm going to make this my life's work.
Hooray!
Joke's on you. Yeah. And then my entire body exploded, and I got a bunch of repetitive strain injuries, and then yeah,
I got appendicitis from one of my great works that I never finished.
Appendicitis?
Yeah.
Oh,
Exploded. My appendix exploded.
Oh. That's not good.
Nope.
Oh. That's not.
I have no idea how it happened. I just know it happened the week I was chugging Pepsi Maxes and trying to stay up to finish all the animation.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. Did y'all's art school teach you how to not hurt yourself?
No. It taught me the opposite. It taught me how much caffeine I can consume and just how little sleep I can get before I actually fall apart.
Yeah.
No, I while it was not one specific incident, I absolutely trashed my immune system, and I think I ended up in the ER like 4 separate times during school. And like I understand how a lot of it went and like why it went that way, but at the time it was just like I am going to run myself into the ground until there's no more. And then it was bad. It was bad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was bad. And I did not realize, you know, at the time how little care I had for taking care of myself, and how very quickly I was willing to just ignore all of the indicators of my body, be like, hey, we're not great. And I was like, shh, no, you're fine.
We must create.
Yeah, homework. It's like, but
This is love commands it.
And sacrifice.
She did demand sacrifice.
That's
Okay. All right. I hurt myself once. Let's flip the canvas back and see if I hurt myself again. Yeah.
I hurt myself today. Mine just get like progressively more destroyed emotionally. Like Marco's all happy, and then Rachel's like, whatever. Axe is mad. Cassie's like, oh no. And then Jake and Tobias are just deeply broken.
Okay.
Look like ass. The sound of large bugs hitting my window. Being sound.
We've just had rain and rain and rain and rain and more rain.
I was in Pittsburgh the other week, just completely underwater.
Oh, I saw some of the photos. That was bonkers.
Oh no. Thank
Oops,
New
we live on
Orleans.
3 rivers. Hee hee.
Yeah.
Technically 4, but 3 above ground rivers.
I mean, I was expecting the Modern Wharf to be underwater, and the Point has been underwater before, but this was the whole parkway was underwater. Luckily, I didn't have to go into town at all that week.
Yeah, just crazy. Okay.
I hate this. This is terrible.
Oops. Doop.
Also, if I haven't mentioned this to you, Casey, and because I feel like the audience deserves to know as well, if for some reason you get done and when it comes time to post stuff, if you don't want to send me the work, or if you want to redo something before you send it, I have also done that. There was a time, it was funny enough, our Don Bluth episode, where I hated the piece I did so much, I just drew a whole new piece and posted that as well, because I was like, I don't like the one I did. I want it to be better.
Oh no.
Well, I do not encourage that. That is allowed. There's
I
some
do
people
need to
like,
send you the one from last time because I did. That one I actually finished.
that one was fun. I had such a fun time with that. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
Again,
I'm excited.
yeah. I'm completely blanking on the deck of cards name that you brought.
Session 0 system.
Yeah. But super rad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I also need to finish that character. I don't think she's going to get colored. I think she is going to just get some clean line art and maybe gray toning, because
I don't think this guy's going to get finished tonight.
that is also okay. I am super not going to be finished because I just said, hey, but what if we draw it one more time?
One more time.
Again. Again.
I will actually be dressing up as this fella in the LARP this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because they were intended to be my LARP character because I made a full costume with this. It just started with the skull with horns on it. I found that prop in a CVS and I put it on a stick and added some feathers, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be my shaman staff, and I'm going to be a goblin, and it just went on from there.
That's so fun. How is that tone nice? Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. Did you just draw that now?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so fast. Fast.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it is also time. I was
Crunch.
I'm a little mad. Sorry that you're that fast because I How many pages did you say your comic was?
400 thereabouts.
So far.
Yeah.
So
I
far.
have never been able to finish a 24-page comic. And to save my life, I could not do it.
Hmm.
I will be moving on to another project before I finish 24 pages, and that is in attempting a 24-hour, 24-page comic.
Oh, yeah, that 24-hour comic day breaks my heart every year because I make myself feel bad.
Yeah,
I hurt myself.
Do that. Too old.
All right. Okay. So, Casey, do you want to do show and tell first?
Sure.
Hey.
That was a dumb little drawing I just did.
Yeah. Boop. Boop. Not
Yeah.
yeah.
My first one, I don't really love how this came out, but
Aw, you're cute.
these drawings are from like 2018, so
Which I'm like, oh, that's not that. Oh, it is. That's a few years ago. It's fine.
Yeah.
I love the little stomach pooch. She's like, I love it. That's so good. Okay, and quick rundown just to give the spiel. These are the two main characters of said webcomic.
Yes, let me BSIDEYOU comic.com. Oop. Or alooftroop.com,
Which is so good.
which is my favorite thing. Wait, aloof truth. Okay, no, listen.
Aloof
We were talking about spelling. It's fine. We went to art school.
But yeah.
But yeah, these are the two boys. They're in love with each other, and it's slow burn romance. So if you're into that, you can go check that out.
Also available on Tapas and Webtoon.
Tapas Webtoon. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/KCD Studios. Early access pages, work in progress pages over there. So fun. And then and then Animorphs. I think these drawings are from like a couple years ago. But yeah, drew them a little bit older. I'm on an Animorphs podcast called Animorphs Anonymous. So.
Oh, I did the wrong one. Hang on.
Blech.
Animorphs. Oh boy.
Animorphs Anonymous.
Watch Emily try and spell anonymous. Anonymous. Yeah. I was not right. Okay. Haha.
It's from like 2018, bro. Yeah, Alex says it's from 2018, so she's right about everything, so I believe her. Yeah, Animorphs Anonymous. That's a podcast. Come out bi-monthly, which means twice a month, because bi-monthly has lots of meanings. We got the whole Animorphs series. We got the Animorphs TV show. We got some fan fiction. We're starting in on Catherine Applegate and Mike Grant's other works. Like we're doing Gone right now. So, yeah.
That's rad.
I love the poor babies that have been through so much.
Just so much damage.
So much damage.
Also just a shout out where if you want to hear Casey be amazing in some D&D acting in the Animorphs world, check out Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't even go there. Just listen to that whole show because it's so good.
It's so good.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, you are right. Casey and Emily.
And Alex.
And Alex.
And Jenna.
And Tim. And Jenna. And Austin. And all our friends.
Oh,
But yeah, I think easiest way, like I said, here's Casey's link tree. Follow all her rad as heck stuff.
if you want.
If you want. And like I said earlier, you can catch both of us and Alex and Austin some Tuesdays every month over on Art Corner at CZ Drop, which is twitch.tv/CZ Drop. And I think I usually, well, I have to double check it now because I've not been paying attention. It's supposed to stream to my channel as well when I'm doing it, but I have not checked to see if it's doing that. But yeah, we do art stuff over there too. All right. Switching over Idaho time.
Yes.
Idaho.
I am Idaho. And I should stop.
Oh my god. It's so good though.
So nice.
I'm happy with it. I mean, I figured it is the end goal of every necromancer to go lich, and Podluck as a kind of a what's the word, parallel to trans, being going from goblin to undead, just in changing his identity of his. And that was this dissertation in school was transhumanism and translichdom. A study in becoming undead.
I like it.
But I'm still like actively playing this character, so I don't know if they're actually going to end up being a lich. It remains to be seen, but I do have plans if they do go lich.
That's very fun. I like that.
Ongoing.
But I like how that turned out.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to color that. But I'm Idaho. You can find me, the Whifflepossum. You can find me on Twitch at the Whifflepossum, on Instagram at the Whifflepossum. I am open for commissions, and hey, just invite me on your podcast, or especially if it's gaming related, just because I really want to get into some good games where role playing is the center of everything. I've been trying to start myself, but every time we get going, we're just life happens. But
Yeah.
I want to play some really good role playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, invite me on your game. That's my pitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to just make a secondary pitch to that. The bonus of inviting artists like us onto your D&D podcast is there's a good chance you'll get artwork from your show. So double whammy. Definitely invite us.
Absolutely. I always say like, oh yeah, I do commissions, and then if I'm running a game or I'm playing a game, I end up drawing everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I am guilty of that as well. And I know Casey is. So yeah. We can't be stopped, which makes us fun. All right. Here's my two cute girls and my very rough coloring. So there's that. Here's my girls.
Those shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the reference for those shoes because we were not having a shoe day. We got there. I think I'm okay with them. I did the flip. Yeah, there's a little. That's what they originally look like. So, hi, puppy, Abby, Yumi.
I have had that song stuck in my head since you started.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hi, puppy, Yumi.
Yep. So yeah, no, I had fun with it. I like the poses. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we got there. It was an adventure. Yeah, you can follow me all across the internet at a swan named Emily. Check out all the stuff like we talked about earlier. I have stickers over on my Etsy. I have behind the scenes stuff and pictures from Comic-Con that I post on my Patreon. You can also get stickers in the mail at some of those tiers. You can also be a part of the designing of stickers in some of those Patreon tiers. So that's a fun thing. If you want more Doodle Crew, we are at Doodle Crew Draw all across the internet. All of the art from previous seasons is up over on Instagram and on our Facebook. Episodes are all over on my YouTube, so you can see all of that. I'm going to try and get a little bit better about promoting the upcoming episodes. This season has snuck up on me, but I'm determined to get better. So we have a bunch more planned, some really fun episodes, stuff I'm very, very excited about. So you can see all of that. You can also check out our Linktree, which is Linktree/Doodle Crew, that has all of the contact information for all of the artists, and we keep updating that. So if you like the artists and you don't catch it on the stream, you can always check out there. And like Idaho mentioned, a lot of them are open for commission. So if you like the art that you see, you can throw money at these people, which means that we get to live and keep making art, which is a wonderful thing.
On the P&D servers, in fact, like the one I'm using.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So Yeah. But as always, we appreciate likes and shares. That helps us too. Just getting the art promotion out there. But thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for coming and hanging out and letting us draw some fun stuff. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.